Thank you for joining us. It's Thursday's edition of Business Nigeria. Welcome and thank you for staying with us. These are the stories we are tracking for you right at this time. FG inaugurates regulation to recycle end-of-use and old vehicles, and FCCPC sues MultiChoice for violating regulatory directives. Now, stocks rise as tariff tensions retreat. Euro firms ahead of ECB's decision. Yes, we would also be taking a look at commodities market as usual, but we'll tell you today that we'll be talking around this vandalization of the head office of Ikeja Electric Distribution Company, where we allege that the Air Force officials, that's what we hear from them, that they vandalized the building and physically attacked the members of staff and the CEO, Mrs. Folake Shoeton. The officers are said to have demanded the reconnection of lines, and when this happened, eyewitnesses say they began to break doors and vandalize the premises. Well, TVC News does not have any independent confirmation of the event, but spoke to the head of corporate communications, Mr. Kingsley Okotie, who confirmed some of these allegations. He will be joining us on the show, and we have also reached out to NAF, that's the Nigerian Air Force, as we are waiting for their reaction to know how this degenerated into alleged physical attack on the CEO and, of course, member of staff and vandalization. This story is what we'll be staying on also as we move on the show today. But let's look at the African commodities market today. Gold is about $2,910 an ounce. That's what we have today. Silver is $33.09. Copper, $476.70. Platinum, $964.09. And it's negative 15.30, negative 0.04%, and negative 2.70%, negative 4.61%. And for percentage here, they are all down today. Gold is down minus 0.52%. Silver, minus 0.13%. And copper, minus 0.56%, platinum, minus 0.48%. Now, for the other commodities like corn, $458 per ton, wheat, $551.25, cocoa, $8,066. It's down today, 3.70%. Cotton, $64.43, that's $64.43, and it's positive 0.76%. Let's take you to the global space, where Asian stocks rose today as investors held out hope that trade tensions could ease after U.S. President Donald Trump exempted some automakers from tariffs for a month. While the euro stood tall ahead of a European Central Bank's meeting, Japanese government bonds fell sharply after German long-dated bonds were swept up in the biggest sell-off in decades as parties in talks to loosen fiscal rules. U.S. stock surged sharply higher, shoring up Asian markets. MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares, that's outside Japan, was up 1.2%. Tokyo's Nikkei gained 0.9%, also in green, and the features indicate European markets are set for a higher open, as well as with the pan-European stock 50 features, which is up 0.7%. German DAX features 0.3% higher, and China and Hong Kong shares rose a day after Beijing set an ambitious economic growth target and vowed more support for domestic consumption, and the technology industry as a trade war with the United States ratcheted up. China's blue chip index rose 1%, while Hong Kong Hang Seng index soared nearly 3%, hitting its highest level in 3 years. All in green today. The market looking pretty good. Tariff tensions not even affecting the market today. Yesterday, we saw the market bleeding partly, but today is looking pretty in green. Crude oil prices rose today after heavy sell-offs drove the market to a multi-year low. However, tariff uncertainties and a rising supply outlook capped gains. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude is selling for $66.67, and it's up 0.54%. Brent is also up 0.42% and is selling for $69.59 per barrel. Bonny Light is down 2.84% to sell at $78.62 per barrel. OPEC basket is down 3.47%, remarkably down, selling for $72.38 per barrel. Well, that's what we have today on the commodities space. And let's go to our first conversation on the show today. Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says his administration targets the sum of 34.82 trillion naira revenue to fund the 2025 budget. President Tinubu made this known